Hello everyone, a good day and welcome to the channel. So I am continuing my Siberia the World Before playthrough. Last time I got so sleepy that I went on a break, and I was planning on coming back, but once I woke up, I checked the time and like several hours, maybe an hour or two, have already passed. So I just decided to shut down the computer right away. And what was I doing? Oh yeah, I was trying to refuge. I was trying to capture Oscar, but I forgot where he ended up.
No, not again. Not Oscar. Oh, darn it, why do I have to lose everyone I love?
Wait, which way is the Muller antique shop again? It's here, right? Oh yeah, yeah, it's this corner store.
So, couldn't you catch it?
No, sorry, I lost your Vorarlberg sphere.
Oh, forget it. Nobody wanted it anyway. And it was taking up window space. Automatons don't fascinate people like they used to. I imagine you're the only one who will notice it's gone.
It's a terrible loss indeed. More than I could say. But thanks for all your help anyway.
You are very welcome. Good day to you, Fraulein.
Thank you, Herr Müller. I'm off to the mountain refuge you told me about. Good day.
Island.
Come on, Kate. Herr Müller gave you all the pieces of information you needed. And Oscar must be long gone now. Better move on to the tram.
Hmm, I'm just gonna look around a bit more.
What the hell was that beast?
Herr Müller said to take the tram to get to the refuge.
Okay, so I can't go that way yet.
It should be locked up. What the
Fu-
hell is my broom doing here?
Funny
Damn
thing,
thing is on the loose, huh? Well, good riddance.
I actually had a dream about uh, Siberia, the world before this part, but it's not about Kate. It's like I was living there, and a lot of the people that I know are also there, but uh, I already forgot what the dream was about. There was something happening, but when you're dreaming, like when you wake up, it's still very fresh and you remember everything that happened, but it only lasts a few minutes or a few seconds or a few minutes. And the longer that time goes by, the less that you remember. So it's like that. The only things I can remember are I'm traveling between two places, and the setting is similar to this town, Vaghen. Okay, Refuge. Can I go back to the guest house? No. Can only travel here. I hope the story ends with Kate getting back to New York. Well, maybe not the end. At least I want to see her being able to resolve all of the issues back at home. And then maybe once everything's resolved, maybe she could like go off on some other adventure. It always gets me. I still think that the game is loading, but it's already done, and I just need to press circle to continue. Vaghen Mountains. Vaghenbergen. Hey Tokyo, how's it going? So I've just barely started. I just switched locations. You haven't missed much. Reach the refuge.
Hmm, not exactly welcoming. I'd better find a way to the refuge.
Okay, no, let's explore
No one
first.
here. Hardly surprising. Hmm, thanks, but no thanks. Ah, how nice.
So, okay, I'm okay.
It's not the time to take the tram back. There's still a lot to do here.
I tried to go to sleep before starting the stream, but I couldn't, so I might fall asleep at some
The
point again.
refuge must have been a popular destination for vacationers. When was the last time anyone was here? Hmm, pretty sure that's a bad idea. Tempting, though.
Excuse me. I guess there's nothing more to do here. Let's exit and go on a hike.
It's so beautiful, so calm. But what am I doing here? Well, they say bad things come in threes. First Mother's death, then poor Katusha, and now Oscar. I can't believe I've lost him again. Am I doomed or what? Thank goodness I've still got the girl and the painting. Something to hang my hopes on. But maybe I'm just kidding myself. And why me? Why not Katusha? Why did she have to die? It's like this painting has chosen me. Oh, it's a beautiful place. Don't know what I expect to find here, though. Yet somehow it feels right. Can't say why. I mean, why am I so sure this mountain refuge has anything to do with the painting? Maybe I'm just a hopeless optimist. Or a lost dreamer. I guess there's only one way to find out.
Uh, Yesterday, I was planning on coming back, but when I woke up, I saw the time, and then I still felt like super sleepy. So I just shut down the computer right away.
Herr Müller was right. It's quite a walk to the refuge. Well, I guess the sooner I head out, the sooner I get there.
It's in Silberspiegel, 7.5 kilometers. Mountain hut, Refuge. Silberspiegel. Admire the view before you set off again.
bit too close to the edge, if you ask me. I should find a safer spot.
Yeah, it was no problem. It was still perfectly understandable.
Wow, what a fantastic view. I should try and find a better spot to admire it from. I better be careful here. Too many fallen trees and wobbly rocks for my liking. What the hell was that?
Whoa. Can you go back and avoid the creepy person there? It's not worth the trouble to check. Anyway, you have to go forward to proceed with the story. Okay, inspect the Resistance Fighter Memorial before you set off again.
Now, what do we have here? In memory of all mountain resistance fighters. It doesn't look old at all. Too bad I can't take a break. That would have been a nice place to sit for a
Wood
minute.
off. Oh my god. Wood off. I mean, Kate. Kate didn't say it wrong. It's just the subtitle.
Hiking tips? Thanks, but I think I'm starting to get the hang of it.
Peaceful Vandala. Hiking. Plan your trip and inform others about the route you have chosen. I know the plan routes point your ability. Routes, routes.
Well, that was one heck of a walk. Oh, come on. A ladder now? Okay, let's just do this.
I've never been on a hike or on a trek where like you had to
Pretty sure there must be another way.
climb a ladder.
Oof.
The mountain.
Finally.
Yeah,
Oh,
the burden of video game protagonists. They tend to end up being gophers.
that must provide energy to the refuge.
And I said in one of my streams, when Kate goes back to the USA, she can pad her resume with a lot of stuff.
That must provide energy to the refuge.
Excuse me.
I've seen that before.
Is this where the painting was drawn?
That must be it. Okay, let's see if I can find a match with the painting now.
There, these, and this.
No, it doesn't match. Beautiful sky in either case, but that's not enough.
Heart-shaped rock wall. Okay, so that's what I need to do.
No matching points here. I should try something else. Those sharp peaks, they look exactly the same.
It looks like this. Wait, no, I can't match it with this one.
No, it doesn't match.
I think this one.
Looks similar, sure, but it could just be a coincidence. I need to find more accurate clues.
Looks, yeah, but sounds, I don't hear it. Because I think it's still the voice act, same voice actor. So, like, for me, that's always been her voice since part one. What's this? Heart-shaped rock wall.
That rock wall. It can't be a coincidence.
Just what I was looking for. Perfect.
Wow. Hardly changed at all.
Breathtaking, isn't it, Fräulein?
Beautiful.
It is called the Silberspiegel, our local pride.
Judging from my painting, it wasn't that different 60 years ago. Ma'am, is everything all right?
Yes. It's just that you look very much like the person in the picture, Fräulein.
AEG.
So, you do know her then, don't you?
I marathoned
Can't say I
Syberia
don't,
1 to 4.
But it was a very long time ago.
Actually, I've come a very long way to find out about her.
Well, not
I
marathon.
would really like
but
to know who she is, or was. It's very important to me, you see.
I've been streaming
And
Syberia 1 to 4. I actually forgot who the old lady is, so I'm not sure. I've, but I'll check. Uh,
I made a promise to a friend who happened to save my life before losing her own.
I see. By the way, what is your name?
Oh, Walker. Kate Walker.
I am Lenny Renner.
Nice to meet you, Frau Lenny.
Demoiselle, my dear. My legs never did manage to get me to
Ren,
church in
yeah,
time.
and
Oh.
I think Ren.
Demoiselle Lenny.
Oh no, wait, she was
Well,
not the piano
Fräulein,
instructor.
1937, you
I
say?
think she was the
Ah,
innkeeper.
that was before the war, when I could still run like the fawn wind. Father was the manager in those days.
Rana. No, wait. Rena, who was? Rena. I don't think it was the piano
It was
instructor.
one summer evening that the whole story of your painting began. I remember it like it was yesterday. A group of scientists were staying at the Refuge to prepare for an expedition to some faraway place in the east. They were being trained by a local alpinist who was to guide them. His name was Leon Kabatis. Oh, handsome as a Greek god he was, and an Olympic champion no less, very popular with the ladies. And he was lovely to me, would give me a wink and a smile whenever I served him his beer. "Thank you, Demoiselle Lenny," he would say, in French, if you please. Made me feel like
Wait, I'm just gonna close something.
a proper little madam. But then Frau Junter would always shoo me away.
Frau Junta?
I know
Must have been
she's
in
not
her
the
mid-20s.
innkeeper.
But of course, to me, she was an old hag. Past it. And I didn't like the way she bossed my Leon around with that camera of hers. The Refuge was buzzing.
Someone who
Everyone
worked
was
here
jolly, and the
on
scientists
the
were there,
mountain.
debating as usual about this and that. A cheerful bunch, really, despite their disputes. Except, that is, for one. Frank Hoss was his name. preferred his own company. Though I could see, even with my young eyes, he was devious as the devil.
But what about the girl in the picture?
Well, she was there that evening too. She had come to work through the summer. Her name was Dana. Dana Rose. Ah, she was as cute as a button and well-mannered with it. Even father was sweet as a lamb to her.
Take care of the scientist drinks, then go around taking orders. And have a look at the stove while you're at it.
Yes, Herr Gustav.
Will you be alright now, Dana? It's the first busy night since you started, so just ask if there's anything you need to know. Alright, my lovely?
Thank you, Herr Gustav. I'd be grateful if you could give me a few pointers.
Oh, there's not much to it, really. Keep up your smile and the twinkle in your eye. Add that to a bit of friendly banter, and you'll soon have them eating out of your hand, my girl.
But what should I talk about?
For a start, people love to speak about themselves, right? But make sure you have an escape line ready, in case they drag on, or if things become, inappropriate. Especially when they've had one or two too many. So stay on your guard and you'll be fine.
Smile, banter, guard up. Got it.
That's it. Because you don't want old Gustav having to wade in and pull you out of trouble. You hear me, Dana?
Don't worry, Herr Gustav. I'll be fine.
Off you trot then, my lovely. Keep smiling, and you'll have them carrying your tray for you.
I need to serve those drinks to the scientists.
Spitze, was Bernede. Wait, inspect the painting on the table. Which painting? And, what was the order again? One SSB and SSB2N.
What a strange mechanism. It reminds me of the automatons on the musical square. The keg's empty. I need to change it. That should be it. Let's serve these gentlemen now.
Okay, says inspect the painting on the table.
So glad Herr Gustav likes me to play for the clients. This way at least I won't get rusty. Those paintings. I think Herr Gustav wanted me to help him choose the one he should buy. He must have left me a note somewhere.
Deine Arme für einen Gefallen, bitte. In der junge Bergsteiger will mir eines seiner Bilder aufschwatzen. Er malt sie in seiner Freizeit. Die sind vielleicht keine Meisterwerke, aber gut gemacht. Zumindest erkenne ich sie darstellen. Also dachte ich, dein Vater Bilder und was nicht noch alles verkaufst, bitte ich dich, eines auszusuchen. Danke für deine Hilfe, Gustav. I must something a small gefallen. He said the favor. The young bird mountain something disclaimer. Will yeah, that's too complicated. I have a little fear. The pianist is trying to follow me off with one of his paintings. That's them in his spirit. But they're well painted. At least I guess I would be dead. Shut down.
I should take a closer look at those paintings before choosing one.
There were no parameters given. They're just asking me to choose. Kinda like both. But I'll choose the waterfall.
I think I'll pick this one.
Okay, so no backseas. Can I go up?
There's no one to serve upstairs. And besides, there's still much to do down here. I don't want to let Herr Gustav down.
Adjust the stove. Okay, let's serve these guys.
No, we'll have to go higher, I'm telling you. But my point is that it's highly improbable that any primate will be able to survive so high up, let alone thrive.
And if they were thriving, we wouldn't be looking for them, would we? I say they've taken to the higher ground, and they only come down to steal livestock and game.
Look out, chaps.
Gentlemen, your drinks?
Ah, good on you, lassie. Horst, make yourself useful and pass these around. First day, is it? Better make a wish then.
All right, I will. I wish you would tell me what all those maps are for.
Ah, that I can grant you. They show all the different locations of an expedition we're planning.
And what about you, gentlemen?
Well, let me introduce you to my dream team. Horst Sauer, talented anthropologist and frequent but worthy pain in the ass to your mother. Rudolf Jäger, distinguished ethnologist. And last but not least, Albert Bauer,
Paleontologist.
And yourself?
Reinhard Berger, biologist.
As Herr Berger says, we're here to train for the Origin expedition.
In return for funding for our own projects back home.
And for the love of science, eh?
Yes, of course, Herr Berger. I'm sure none of us would be here otherwise, would we?
And what about you, my lovely?
Oh, I'm Dana. I'm working here during the holidays, that's all. I see you haven't come just for the view then.
Oh no, Fraulein. We're only here for the beer and a pretty smile. That's our trainer out there. Supposed to knock this scraggly lot into shape for the big climb in Baltayar.
Right.
She has a crush on the trainer. There's no cancel or back button. So oh, the map.
And what's that one of, if you don't mind me asking?
That is Baltayar, a remote region in the mountains of northern China. That's where I'll be leading my team in a couple of weeks.
And what's this expedition for?
Well, keep it to yourself, but the code name is Origin. And if I have my way, it will likely change the way we perceive humanity.
I'm curious to know what this Origin expedition is all about, though. If it's not top secret, that is.
Put it this way, Fraulein Dana. If, when we discover what we're looking for, you will no doubt remember this conversation as your claim to fame. You will tell your grandchildren that you served the Origin team, the team that discovered none other than the missing link of the superior race of humans, the Australopithecus habilis, the direct ancestor of Homo sapiens. Or, more vulgarly put, the abominable snowman.
Oh, I see. Now I get why it's called Origin.
Whatever we find, whatever we call it, it's likely to send shockwaves all through the world of anthropology. It will help us to explain how we evolved from Australopithecus to modern man, and then became...
He's off again. Get him started on anthropology and he's like a bolted horse. I don't think Fraulein Dana wants you to clobber her with your explanations, Horst.
I might only be a waitress, but actually I find it quite interesting.
Well, Fräulein, the Origin expedition could lead us to a totally new series of studies, or even reveal a new mode of tribal organization, or a micro-society, by the discovery of a specimen that may well have played a major role in the evolution
There are
of
a lot
modern
of
man.
blocks.
Come, gentlemen, here's to the Brown Shadow for generously sponsoring this expedition, which is sure to redefine our understanding of mankind.
Oh, I see we're fraternizing with the personnel, gentlemen.
Just giving a toast to our generous sponsor, Herr Hertz.
May I remind you that this mission, financed by my party, is confidential? Do you know what that means, Dr. Berger?
Yes, Herr Hertz.
It means, gentlemen, it is strictly forbidden to communicate any details or objectives to anyone outside our circle, let alone to the first waitress to come by twinkling her eyelashes. Fraulein, as soon as you're done here, I suggest you get back to your chores.
You were just listening there. You heard what we were talking about.
What
You
a
could have
brute.
he could have stopped you or the
That is
others.
one of the inconveniences of working with a heavily politicized private sponsor. But he's just doing his job. And I suppose, like anything else in life, there has to be some compromise to get what one desires. So, think nothing of it, Fraulein. It is the way of science. Indeed, it is the way of the world.
I think I'll let it go. It's too dangerous to talk about it here.
I suppose it is the way of the world, Herr Berger. Thank you, gentlemen, for telling me about your expedition. But I must get back to work.
Take orders on the terrace.
No, we can do better.
Lenny, sweetheart,
Crikey, you nearly made me jump out of my skin.
what have you got
Australis.
there?
Oh, it's a camera lens, that's all.
A camera lens.
Crikey.
Yeah? Borrowed it from Frau Junta?
Who is this Frau Junta anyway?
Ginger Junta, over there.
She married?
Oh no, too old to marry now. She's way past 20, you know. That's why she likes filming Leon, because he's young and handsome.
Lenny?
And she never lets me have a go of her gear anyway. I only wanted to help her film something. I bet she's jealous.
Lenny, what's so special about Frau Junta's equipment that makes you want to steal it?
Borrow it.
All right, borrow it.
Can't you see? Who would be interested in Ginger Junta if she didn't have a camera, huh? She's too old for Leon. She uses it so she can be the centre of attention, you know.
Is that what you want?
No, not exactly. Besides, there's nothing to do here.
I do understand, Lenny, but...
No, you don't. Feels like a prison here sometimes, all on my own. When I grow up, I'll live at the top of a building in the big city, and I'll have a swimming pool on my roof.
Believe me, I do understand, Lenny. Because of my coughing fits, I've sometimes had to stay in my room for weeks on end. Imagine that, nothing to see but the same four walls.
Oh, right. Must have been pretty tough, I guess.
That's why I took up the piano. Do you like doing anything special, Lenny?
I suppose I like making stuff with Papa. He's got ever such clever hands, you know. But he's always so busy in the summer.
Let's be friends then, shall we?
You won't tell on me then?
Not now that we're friends.
You promise?
I promise.
Leon, dear, do make an effort.
I really like talking with you, you know, woman to woman. Makes a change from that Junta and all the men.
Another creation of Herr Gustav. I guess he won't mind if I take a quick look. Madonna.
Madonna laces.
The Silberspiegel, the heart-shaped rock face that gave its name to the refuge. According to Herr Gustav, only the most seasoned alpinists can climb it. The highest peak in the region. Little Lenny said that it's the keeper of the border with Switzerland, and that it's supposed to feed on the souls of those who have been swept away by the mountain. This path leads to Switzerland. One needs to be guided by an alpinist to go through it, though. The Devil Pass starts here. The end of the road for an inexperienced hiker like me, I guess.
Okay, I'm starting to doze off again.
That's it. Hold it.
Better not interrupt them. That Frau Junta wasn't exactly friendly earlier with Lenny.
Okay. Last one, adjust the stove.
So glad Herr Gustav likes me to play for the clients. This way at least I won't get rusty. I need to add more wood in the fire. Looks like there's something wrong with the airflow. It's not enough. I need to feed the fire more. It's not enough. I need to feed the fire more.
I'm really sorry. I'm just gonna try to like take a quick nap and see uh, if that helps. I think it's all okay. So, uh, how long was I asleep? Mm, Anyway, th that took longer than I wanted, but I'm back and I'm going to continue for a bit. Also, I have some questions here. I usually start streaming around 2 a.m., but I do appreciate the views, Tokyo, and again, thank you.
It's not enough. I need to feed the fire more. This mechanism controls the air intake, if I remember correctly. Herr Gustav didn't have time to fix it. Looks all good to me. Better try another one. Looks all good to me. No. Looks all good to me. That one is loose. Better try another one. Looks all good to me.
One sec.
Wow, I've never seen a stove like this. It must be one of Herr Gustav's inventions that everyone talks about down in Vaghen. Looks like there's something wrong with the airflow.
Show number 2. I need to fix number 2. So 3. And 3.
Looks all good to me.
So 1. Just 1. Number 2 is this.
The airflow seems right now, but I think the fire is too weak. It's not enough. I need to feed the fire more. It's not enough. I need to feed the fire more. That's it. I'm done here. I've done all that Herr Gustav told me to do. I'd better go and tell him.
All right.
Fine. No more orders and everyone's served.
That's the go. You handled your first foray pretty well, Dana, my girl, stepping away as you did from anything to do with the Brown Shadow. Keep it up, and we'll all be all right. Hey, Dana?
But what if he...
Just do as you did, and we'll be all right. Good. That's right. Glad you listened to my advice. Just keep doing as I say, and you'll win 'em over every time. So, young lady, you're still on fall, are you not? What you waiting for, then? Get back to your practicing, and play us a nice tune while you're at it.
All right then, I will. Thank you, Herr Gustav.
Play something melodious this time. It'll make a nice change from the military pieces some of the patrons have been requesting of late.
Well, Herr Gustav did a pretty good job repairing that key I broke yesterday.
Leon, what are you doing? I want to catch the light.
Oh, God, I hope I haven't...
Bravo! Bravo! Bravo!
Bravo. Bravo.
Clap? How can you clap? Oh, so you like noise, do you? Do you? Well, you should be ashamed! Ashamed, I say! To applaud the music of of a treacherous Polish separatist, rebel rousing. It's this kind of rebel rousing that puts the poison of Marxist Vaghen ideology in the minds of honest people. And those who partake in its vulgarization are accessory to treason!
You are drunk, Herr Hoss.
Out of my way, boy.
Come, Fraulein. Best clear off until the dust settles.
You should have seen me then, Fräulein Walker. I was so young and eager to witness whatever could happen between Dana and Leon. I needed to know, to be included, one way or another.
Shouldn't you be in bed?
A blasted fight. That's all I need.
Not now, Lenny.
So, that's the painting Dana thinks Father should buy from Leon. Nice choice.
Okay, so maybe your choice doesn't really matter, story-wise. Maybe whatever I chose in the past, it's just going to appear in the future. Maybe that's the only thing that the paintings are for. Next vor den Stolzen, der sie nicht überweg herrschen, so werde ich ohne Tadel sein und unschuldig bleiben, große Missetat. It's a lot of complicated words. But all that you do be done in love. It's pretty long. Vaghen Seite. No, no. Okay, good. I'm still able to. The game didn't autosave as soon as I opened the window, so I can still try playing the piano.
He had it coming.
Oh, Lenny. Why don't you leave the piano to those who actually know how to play it, huh?
What's the point? I could never compete with Dana.
Lenny, don't. Give them some space, would you?
I'm so glad I started this collection of photos. When I grow up, I'll travel all around the world and
So
photograph
cool.
everywhere I go. When I'm old, the wall will be covered with them. Honestly, Junta is not that good. I'm sure I could do better if only I could practice a bit.
You all right? Yeah, I thought so.
It's just that if I had retaliated, I would have lost my job, you know? Believe me, I came this close to not being able to pay for my studies at the academy after the holidays.
Forget it. He was blind drunk. Won't even remember it come tomorrow. All Gustav could see it wasn't your fault. Besides, you didn't see him after your performance. Ecstatic he was.
There are more and more people like that brute. They don't even bother to hide their hatred anymore. It's like they've been given a mission, or perhaps I should say permission, to abuse people like me, as if Vagherans had suddenly become the scourge of society. And we're powerless to act because if we did, we'd lose our home. My parents, they've become a bundle of nerves. They can't sleep at night. Only last week, our shop window got smashed again, and our neighbors, they couldn't care less, and neither could the authorities. I'm sorry. I've upset you, haven't I?
You've put my own suspicions into words, Fraulein. Because what you say about the Brown Shadow is true, and that's what worries me. I used to think they were just a bunch of cranks in their ridiculous uniforms. But now I can see these lunatics really are serious. Deadly serious.
But you did know who was behind the Origin expedition.
Never gave it much thought, to be honest. Only met Huss and the scientists today. For me, they were no different from any other group I've trained. If I'd have known that, I'd have had second thoughts. Actually, do you know what?
What?
I'm going to stop training them.
Can you do that?
It's still a free country, right? So after a few weeks' notice, I'll be off the hook. At least, I get to spend the summer here with you. Painting.
But I don't paint.
No, you play. I paint. It's my passion. And you can be my muse.
Is that what you say to all the girls?
No. Never.
Hello, you two lovebirds. Everyone's going to bed, so you better come back inside or you'll catch cold, or worse.
She knows how to ruin the mood.
And that's how Dana pipped everyone at the post. It only took one look for Leon to fall head over heels in love with her. And it didn't take much for Dana to fall for him. Love at first sight, you might say. The whole band stayed at the chalet all summer long. Then, I suppose, everyone went their own sweet way.
Did you ever see any of them again?
Oh, no.
What about Dana and Leon?
They too went their own ways, I guess. And that, Fräulein Walker, is all there is to it.
Where did Dana go after she left?
Back to her parents, I should think. Somewhere in Vaghen.
Do you know if she's still alive?
Can't be sure, but I doubt it. It was a lifetime ago, Fräulein Walker.
Where do you think she might be if she were?
She was sickly too.
No idea. Things
Not
went from bad to worse
very
after
sickly,
that summer.
but
Not to mention half the town was razed during the war.
Did Dana leave anything here? Any documents or anything that might help me find where she went?
Not that I know of.
yes, but
But I suppose
the
there might be in Father's old coffer.
I slept longer than
Still
I
be in the
wanted to.
loft. Junta bought it from him that summer, so she could use it to store her precious filming gear. She was supposed to come back for it, but she never did. If there is anything that can help you, it will be in there. So feel free to look around the refuge by yourself if you like, even though I don't think anyone managed to open the coffer since Junta left.
Thank you, Demoiselle Lenny. Thank you so much.
Find out about the region and its history before you open Yunta's coffer.
What now, Fräulein? I was just about to doze off.
About Yunta's coffer.
What about it?
Where did the coffer in the loft come from?
In fact, Father made it himself during the long winter evenings. He wanted something more elegant and solid than the old family coffer where he kept the takings. So he made the one upstairs, thanks to the techniques he learnt when he worked in the Vorarlberg factory in Valladolid.
Valladolid in France?
That's right. The price Junta paid was equivalent to a month's worth of takings. Money well spent, though, because it was built like a mountain fortress.
I'll be going then.
It's almost 7 a.m. But yeah, the cold helps. And I get really sleepy when I get cold, so I'm trying to get warmed up to prevent to prolong staying awake as much as I can.
That's the fabled Silberspiegel. Oh, I wish I had time to watch it change color.
Enough for now. Uh, I'll probably try to get more sleep later. I'm gonna take a photo of all of the spots. Which song? Teufels Gipfel. Teufels Gipfel. Devil Speak.
Wow, that pass is breathtaking.
Devil's Kragen. What's Kragen? Pass. Okay, so this is the last one.
I wonder what's inside that tent.
And else Hellgates. Okay, I'm just gonna read through some of the journal entries. There are several new letters that I haven't read yet. Um, yeah, I think the page on the right side is. Yeah, I haven't read the one on the right side yet. So, I have arrived in Vaghen, Ostertal. I've been able to quickly pick up Miss Walker's trail. She was staying for a while in local guest house, but I had already left by the time I arrived. It is not going to be easy to find out if she has left the town or moved to another address. The guest house owner, certain Frau Wagner, seems to hold her in very high esteem and has categorically refused to help me. All I could do to get Frau Wagner to tell me to went to the antiques district on her first day in the city. I shall just have to follow Kate's footsteps in order to reconstitute her trials and tribulations in Vaghen. Never mind though, after all, it's been my routine for almost the last 3 years now. So the private investigator is still after you, but he's not trying to um he's not trying to get you into custody anymore. He just wants to find you. According to my latest information, Kate Walker's lost that automaton of hers she calls Oscar. The all has it happened during her visit to the Mueller Antiques shop. Yeah, but I don't think he's still trying to get you into custody. He mentioned somewhere. Here says he says here that I should explain that I am no longer mandated by anyone to find the young lady. However, I must admit I am still keen to carry on with my mission. My sole objective being to try to warn Miss Walker about all the trouble she keeps getting herself into and, if possible, to persuade her to come home. Um, okay, given that she's also now mourning her mother and her co-inmate, I'm beginning to wonder if Miss Walker brought some kind of curse upon herself when she fled with the late Monsieur Vorarlberg nearly 3 years ago. It might seem a bit far-fetched, but there's a theme I once heard at a conference by my favorite crime writer, and it keeps popping into my head whenever I think of Kate Walker. In a word, hubris. Describes arrogance and excessive pride. A person leads them to this divinely fixed limits, and by seeking to avoid a tragic destiny, the person ends up by provoking justified seems to be struggling. Okay.
Maintaining the refuge must be a huge job. As tough as Lenny is, I hope she has some help when she needs it.
But how are you getting the Nick? How are you getting Nick's letters?
That must be the piano Dana played on the night she met Leon. The night Lenny told me about. A mechanical stove. Seen better days. Another object with the look of the Vorarlberg workshop.
Ah, I see I'm not the only one stuck here. Bah, pull up a seat and together we can moan about being stuck here.
Thank you, but I have things to do.
I hope you can stay until this evening at least. In London they have the changing of the guard. Here we get the changing of the colors. I guarantee it's worth the wait. English?
American, actually.
Oh, seeing as you've come so far, then... Besides, it's always nicer to be stranded in good company. From Belgium myself, on a world climbing tour.
Stranded?
Didn't you know? They've closed the Teufelskragen. That's the path they call the Devil's Pass.
So that's what all the fuss is about.
All down to climate change.
You mean the thaw, right?
Made the path too dangerous to climb and apparently resulted in a morbid discovery.
Oh?
Bodies of resistance fighters, killed while leading refugees to Switzerland. Frozen solid.
Resistance fighters? You mean frozen since the Second World War?
That's what the paper says.
Is that what the tent's for?
It's a temporary chapel of rest that the rescue team made while waiting for the bodies to be airlifted out.
I see. I guess there's no reason to disrespect the departed, even after all these years.
I only hope all this sudden interest from excavationists puts an end to the stupid rumors that a strange creature haunts the Silberspiegel. Otherwise, you can be sure as soon as the old lady pops her clogs, this place will become run over by those infernal tourists.
Can you tell me about this Devil's Pass?
Oh, it's on the far side of the cirque, looking out from the terrace. As you can imagine, it's called Devil's Pass because it's extremely dangerous. Most of all because of the risk of avalanche. Only seasoned alpinists can negotiate it, really. As a professional alpinist myself,
I wonder
what
if
I love about
that's
it
his real
is
accent,
knowing I'm climbing in the
or if
tracks
the
of
voice actor
courageous
is forcing
climbers
it.
of bygone times. There's a real sense of history about it. For example, resistance fighters used it during the war to smuggle Vagrants and other victims of the Brown Shadow into Switzerland.
I've had some experience with fantastic fauna myself. But what do you make of the so-called strange creature that roams the mountain?
Just another local fairy tale to pull in the tourists, if you ask me. They say it lives in prehistoric caves. And that it's responsible for people going missing. Ooh. Some even say that the mysterious cries you can hear on some nights are the creature calling for a mate. In other words, the usual twaddle you normally get in remote or uncharted places like the high mountain or the deep sea. Twaddle passed down from generation to generation through sheer
Oh,
ignorance.
no monsters exist. Kate has experience with those.
What about those frozen bodies they discovered at the foot of Devil's Pass?
Well, due to climate change, the snow line has receded, revealing the bodies trapped in the ice since the Second World War. Most probably resistance fighters and exiles, trying to flee the fascist occupiers and reach Switzerland by the pass. I imagine they got caught in an avalanche. Poor wretches have been imprisoned ever since. Until today. That is why the authorities have blocked access to the pass, so they can take the bodies out, identify them, and give them a proper burial.
I see. I saw the tent at the foot of the pass through the spyglass outside. Didn't realize it sheltered such a gruesome discovery, though. Right. Thanks for cluing me in. Anyway, I better get back to what I was doing.
You are welcome, Fräulein.
Reminds me of Hans's automatons in Valladolid. Lenny's father must have made this stair lift to help her get up and down the stairs. Must have taken him many hours. It's touching when you think about it.
Read and edit its history before you open.
An old book? The Magic Mountain by Thomas Mann? Funny. My grandparents left me a copy before they died when I was a kid. I should get around to reading it someday. Dormitories. I wonder how many people stop at the refuge these days. This must be Lenny's room. Not sure I'm allowed in here, real. Keep your servant also from willful sins. May they not rule over me. Then I will be blameless, innocent of great transgression. Sweet. Photos of the refuge. Looks like they're arranged by time period. All these photos go up to the 80s, including my date of birth. There are no photos of the occupation of Vaghen by the Brown Shadow. I guess that corresponds to when Lenny and her father had to leave the refuge. These date from before the war. There's even one from the summer when Dana worked at the refuge. This series ends at 2002, 3 years ago, when I began my journey with Oscar and Hans's train. It's cold in here. Austere. Looks like a storage room. Another of those cigar butts. Another of those cigar butts. So that's the painting Dana told Lenny's father to buy. Not bad. And similar in style to my painting. Wonder what the others were like.
Um, and, that's what I was saying earlier. Maybe this is the only effect that my choice had regarding which painting should the innkeeper buy. Maybe if I chose the other one, the that other one will appear here.
There. But who could have left it open? Austere. Looks like a storage room. It must be a lot of work keeping this place going. Hats off to Demoiselle Lenny for managing all by herself.
Demoiselle. What's the difference with Mademoiselle and Demoiselle?
Take-up reel. Like the ones used on old cinema projectors.
Oh, it's from Anna Vorarlberg. Liebe Herr Gustav Renner, das bezüglich Ihres Schreibens vom 3. August feiern wir uns Ihnen mitzuteilen, dass die Vorarlberg Manufaktur ihre Tochter Lenny, ihre Tochter Lenny nach der Tragischen. Hmm, 37. I thought that Lenny's disability just came about because of old age. Turns out she had an accident 8 years after, yeah, around 8 years after Donna worked there.
Don't want to break my neck, thank you very much.
Mm, it's hard to say because Ada has some sort of sickness. I just don't know how severe it is. But so far, I don't think she's alive anymore. Just because it's usually what happens when a character is sick. They don't like really get miracle cures.
Oh, it's dazzling up here. I can see why they call it the Silberspiegel. Silber means silver, and Spiegel is mirror. The silver mirror. It certainly lives up to its name.
But Kate getting frozen in the past cross my mind, but I just don't think that's where she ended up. Just because of the usual yeah, like the usual tropes.
The coffer Junta used for her equipment is up in the loft.
Find out about the region and its history.
It's not the time to take the tram back. There's still a lot to do here.
Fraulein Laney will end up catching her death of cold if she stays out like that.
A mechanical stove. Seen better days. Another object with the look of the Vorarlberg workshop.
Wait, since it's not a puzzle, I'm just going to Google the side quest, find about. Because the game autosaves, so I'm just uh, avoiding like skipping the side quest because I might accidentally open Yunta's coffer. Okay, so there's a there's an inspection point that I missed outside. Where was it? Walk up to the railing and look at the mountain landscape. Okay.
Oh, it's dazzling up here. I can see why they call it the Silberspiegel. Silber means silver, and Spiegel is mirror. The silver mirror. It certainly lives up to its name.
No, I can't go.
There are only 6. Oh, this is I have 5. So I might have missed one section. Ah, okay. I almost missed this part. I didn't notice that there were stairs going down here.
That must lead to the other side of the circus. That must be the notice the alpinist at the Refuge spoke about. It prohibits access to Devil's Pass due to the bodies of the resistance fighters found in the ice.
Okay. That still didn't complete the side quest.
Oh, it's dazzling up here. I can see why they call it the Silberspiegel. Silber means silver, and Spiegel is mirror. The silver mirror. It certainly lives up to its name.
So far, yeah, the areas aren't as large as some of the towns in the other Siberia games. I think the largest area uh that I could explore was either Valsembor or Baranur. The town where the crystal is originally docked and the amusement park. I've talked to the... Finished talking to this guy, examined the book. I've examined the book. Oh wait,
An old book? The Magic Mountain by Thomas Mann? Funny. My grandparents left me a copy before they died when I was a kid. I should get around to reading it someday.
Chinese bedrooms. Same. Oh, okay, I missed another thing. So there's a newspaper clipping, this one. But it's the same one that I've already read earlier when I was controlling Lenny.
So much going on in these mountains. Now and before.
Okay, so side quest is done. I can just go ahead and try to open the chest or the coffer that Yunta left behind.
This must be Yunta's coffer, the one Lenny spoke about.
Hmm. Okay, so I need a three digit code.
Take-up reel. Like the ones used on old cinema projectors.
But I can't remember. I don't think I've seen anything with a three digit code before. Maybe it's something in here. No. Those are connected to Lenny, not Yunta, so. I don't know when Yunta's birthday is. It might be it might be on the take-up reel because Yunta loved taking photos and taking videos, but I haven't seen any projectors where I can play it. I'll try downstairs. Maybe. Oh, Oscar escaped. Like he still couldn't control his body, and he ended up rolling away, and Kate couldn't catch him. But I suspect he's gonna appear sometime later.
Dormitories. I wonder how many people stop at the refuge these days.
Yeah, me too. But I don't like that they changed the voice actor and the personality of Oscar. I like the Oscar in parts 1 and 2, where he's like giving you some attitude a lot of the time.
That's pretty impressive. Obviously helps Lenny get up and about.
The Oscar from part 3 and here in part 4,
She's still sitting there, watching. Wonder what she's thinking about.
I think he still has a bit of attitude, but he's a lot more polite. And like there's no sass from his voice anymore.
It must be a lot of work keeping this place going. Hats off to Demoiselle Lenny for managing all by herself. Austere. Looks like a storage room. Another of those cigar butts.
No, I thought of something else. I think it's the numbers in these pictures. I need to match it with the one on the chest. It's not it. I'll have to go back and check. I can't remember what what part of the mountain was the okay, so the Devil Peaks. Devil's Peak. Actually, no, it's the Devil's Pass 108. Let's try that. It's not working. It's at the Devil's Pass, right? No, maybe it's this part, the missing. Fix this through. I'm just gonna try everything. 102. 102. 127. 72. Okay, so none of those work. Film projector.
Take-up reel. Like the ones used on old cinema projectors. Don't want to break my neck, thank you very much.
But I I'll try it once I go back up. But I'll get the sum now. Uh, 210. 337. 377, 380. 452. So 452.
If you get a chance, have a look at the Silberspiegel at sunset. The colors are a marvel of nature.
What now, Fräulein? I was just about to doze off.
How did you meet Leon Kobatis?
Why do you ask? You from the police or something?
No. I just thought I'd ask, since you seem to appreciate him. Didn't you?
Fräulein, when I said you could look in the guest rooms, it didn't include my room. But yes, like I said before, he was a regular customer even before the episode
Still trying
with
to
Dana.
open the coffers, but
To me, he was like a movie star.
there are some new
What
dialogue
young
options
girl
with
wouldn't be bowled over
Lenny.
by a young, handsome alpinist, and to top it off, an Olympic medalist?
About Yunta's coffer.
What about it?
You wouldn't happen to know the combination, would you?
I told you before, I don't know it.
I'll be going then.
I've told you all I know.
If this goes on, I'll end up reading my way through the entire bookcase.
Amazing. Now it shows the view from the terrace.
Okay, so there are two. I thought it was just this one. So I can try this again. $63. So 127 and 72. Wait, so it's not the... Devil's Pass, Devil's Peak, Gates. It's faster if I just go back to the telescope. Okay, so Madonna's laces. Laces and gates. I think I tried that already, but I'm gonna double check. Laces and gates. 63, 127. Yeah, I already did that. Okay, so maybe it's not the whole mountain. So if not, this should be the peak, I think. I'm gonna... Oh yeah, so this is wrong. So this is probably the peak, and this should be the one above the laces. Wait, that doesn't... 72. Or maybe I should just try the Twin Peaks. Devil's Pass. 108.
No doubt Yunta must have written this. Summer 1937. The year Dana worked here. Let's see. I filled my last diary last night. Ordered another one, but still waiting for supplies to be delivered to the refuge. Using an old envelope in the meantime. Today invited Dana for a chat after her shift.
Okay, so we're gonna switch again.
I'd like to know what Leon sees in her. I've never seen him so smitten. Thanks for popping up, Dana. How did the shift go?
Fine, same as usual.
Just finishing up here, then I'll make us a nice cup of tea.
Wow, that looks futuristic. What is it?
Ah, that little baby is my viewer. That's why it goes in the coffer.
What does it do?
I use it to put together and edit the rushes.
The what?
Rushes. In other words, the strips of unedited footage. I've finished today's selection, so be a dear and put it in the coffer, would you?
I would if I knew how.
Oh, just turn the key in the lock.
Kate.
The key Yunta asked me to hide.
Dana, be a darling and put the key somewhere safe. You can't be too careful with these mountain people, especially with that little Lenny sniffing around my equipment all the time.
Where do you normally put it?
I have a little hiding place over there.
Is this where you want me to put the key?
Yes, there's a dear.
It's a handy hiding place. Who made it?
Oh, Herr Gustav. He knows only too well that some customers have their little secrets, you know.
Yunta's key should be safe in there.
Just need to finish preparing for the filming tomorrow. Then we can chat away to our heart's content. If you could just fetch me a new roll of film from the darkroom, then we're done.
Get away!
Yeah. You have reached the informations. It's already plural. You need to progress in 2005.
Darn it. The end of Yunta's notes. Impossible to know what happened next. But maybe I can figure out how to open the...
Did you take this picture?
Of course.
How did you get to film them training?
Oh, it was a commission. Lucky, really. Right place, right time kind of thing. Of course, I jumped at the chance because it meant I could film Leon in action at last.
And Herr Hurst, what's he doing with the Origin expedition?
Unfortunately, all scientific expeditions sponsored by the Brown Shadow come with a chaperone like him. There to make sure their funds are used as they see fit. In other words, that there is no divergence with regards to their ideology.
How did you and Leon get together? I mean, how did you...
We're just friends, if that's what you want to know.
How did you get to film them training? And Herr Hurst, what's he doing with the Origin expedition?
Unfortunately, all scientific expeditions sponsored by the Brown Shadow come with a chaperone like him.
Herr Gustav's radio. Looks like he customized it, probably to compensate for the wave disturbance due to the mountains. That's a lot of equipment you have there. If you don't mind my asking, how do you manage to pay for it all?
Oh, that's easy. especially when you know a few generous patrons of the arts, dear.
Did you take the photos of the athletes? You're not often lonely then.
Well, look at our sweet little waitress. Doesn't she have a saucy mind? It's called art, dear. My work aims to explore every facet of youth and the vitality of bodies.
I bet it does.
The photos look real.
I love your photos.
Ah, well, they each represent an element of mountain wildlife and flora I've photographed recently. I use them as a sort of checklist.
A checklist, huh?
Goat flower, and then the mountains and trees. Might be something that I'll have to come back to later.
Here are the film rolls Yunta asked me for. All these newspaper clippings mention the Brown Shadow. According to Father, their influence is growing among the population. Now that I've had the misfortune of meeting Herr Huss here, I understand his concern.
Darn it. The end of Yunta's notes. Impossible to know what happened next. But maybe I can figure out how to open the cover from what I've read.
Okay, that's all I can do. I can't give the film to Yunta yet. So now, I'm forced to continue Kate's objectives.
According to Yunta's notes, there was a room on the other side. I can't reach it anymore, but Dana could. I'll need a key to open it. Where can I find the combination for the mechanism?
I know. Goat, flower, mountain tree. It's a good thing I checked it already. Wait. Oh, I can't switch back anymore. Can't I switch? Yeah, no. Can't go back to Dana. I can't get the reel anymore, so it's stuck there. So it means that's where I need to place it. But am I supposed to find another reel?
According to Yunta's notes, there was
No.
a room on the other side. I can't reach it anymore, but Dana could.
Uh, yeah, I'm done with all of that already. I'm already playing the reels, the films.
Wait just a sec. I'm just going to check up on something. Okay, so are we done with this place already? I've already used the viewer.
Interesting footage. Let's see what's on the other. I should rewind and remove the first reel before putting this one on.
Oh, okay. I thought it was gonna be another video.
Mm. Oh, something looks like something happened between them.
Lenny didn't say she filmed a fight between Dana and Leon. I'd better go back and see her to find out about it.
I'm starting to get sleepy again. It's the cold. The blanket, it's penetrated the blanket. After I talk to Lenny, I'll probably call it a day.
Demoiselle Lenny, I saw the film you shot of Dana and Leon.
So Junta kept it. She got so cross when she discovered I'd rummaged through her stuff. She most certainly had secrets of her own, that one.
I know it was ages ago, but can you recall what happened between Dana and Leon that day?
You do like flogging a dead horse, don't you, Fraulein? But as you please. Since Junta never let me use her camera, I decided not to ask her anymore. Like that, she couldn't say no, could she? And that's when I heard them arguing.
How could you agree to this, Leon? How could you?
I told you I had no choice. The local guide for Baltayar can't do it anymore. He got injured.
There are plenty of other guides in Vaghen. Why does it have to be you? Just tell them to find someone else.
Look, Dana, I didn't want to tell you, but...
But what?
Frank Huss, that brute from the other night. He's the one that made the call here. In other words, he's taking revenge by sending me to the other side of the world with the Origin expedition. And he said that if I refused, something might happen. Not just to me, but to you as well.
What do you mean?
You know what I mean. You're a Vaghen and so are your parents, right? Well, Huss says it won't be long before the Brown Shadow is in power, and he made it clear that something was brewing, and that you and your parents would be first on the list.
What list?
I don't know, but it can't be good. Then he said that other Vagherians would follow.
Dear God.
Dana, darling, the world's gone crazy. Promise me you'll be very careful. It will be all right if you just watch yourself and what you say. I've asked Junta to stand by you just in case. It won't be long, darling. Half a school year at the Music Academy. I'll be home for Christmas. Promise.
Come here now, my pretty Edelweiss.
Don't call me that, you know I don't like it.
It's true, though. That's exactly where you are, my pretty Edelweiss.
If you keep that up, Leon Kobatis, I'll find you a nickname too.
Go on then.
All right. Your nickname will be Highland Painter from now on.
Not sure my Vaghenese artist friends will like it, but why not? Beautiful, isn't it? I could stay here forever.
There, Fraulein Walker. That is all I have to say. I hope this time you have what you need to continue on your journey.
Thank you, Demoiselle Lenny. But there is just one more thing. You mentioned a music academy? They must have ledgers and archives. Maybe I'll be able to find out whether Dana left an address there.
Well, it hasn't moved. It's still in Vaghen. Go to the musicians' district. It's right next to the musical square. That's all I can tell you, so if you don't mind, Fraulein.
Thank you. Then that's where I'll continue my search.
Is it really worth your while to keep looking for Dana? Is it not just another pipe dream, Fraulein? I get the impression there have been others.
I prefer to look at it as a calling. Besides, I don't have much choice. Thanks to you, she's a part of me now.
As you wish. I hope you find what you are looking for.
Thank you. Again. I've got everything I need from here, I guess. Best get back to the guest house. Get some rest. I'll go to the music academy first thing in the morning.
Guest house. Okay, I think this is a good place to stop. So, hey Tokyo, need to go now, but again, thanks for watching, and I hope you have a nice day.